Welcome to Action Coaching. We're certainly delighted that you've joined us on today because we believe that God has some special coaching tips just for you. The desire of Action Coaching is to help bring your God-given ability out of you so that you can experience your best life now. Everyone needs a coach. Nobody makes it by themselves. We all need, whatever you want to call it, a coach, a mentor, leader, or whatever. We need someone to point us the way so that we can strive for bigger and better things. Now today on Action Coaching, I want to talk about perseverance. You know, it's not a word that's used much, but it's a word that is necessary, and it's a word that a lot of people need to understand and come to grips with. You know, we're living in a time where everybody wants everything easy. You can look on the television. People are grumbling every day. This politician is not doing this, or this politician is not doing that. I don't like this, I don't like that. Or things should be easier for me. Or why are things so hard? It's somebody else's fault, and it's just that way. And you hear people grumbling all of the time. Even when they're doing good, they still complaining. They complaining the same way then when they're doing bad. They just complain all day long. And the bottom line of it is there's not much perseverance in a lot of people today. That things are going to get tough, but you got to be tougher. You got to want to push through it. You got to understand that there's some things in life that if you desire, you're going to have to persevere. You're going to have to work real hard for them. You're going to have to over and over and over each and every day until you achieve that goal. You know, it's amazing, like, there's a person that can stay in shape all year, that do the things consistently on a day-to-day basis, whether it's exercising or eating right or doing all the things necessary for them to possess the body that they have or the figure that they want to have, or, you know, whatever it's got to do with their job, their health, and so many things. And then you got a lot of people that just want to do it 2 weeks and expect all of it to snap in place. They want to take some kind of special pill, special drink, special drug, whatever it is, so I don't have to work as hard and I don't have to persevere at all. I can just have it like that. Don't work that way. Want to be successful, but not tough. Not willing to persevere. Not willing to put up with the difficulties that it takes for you to climb the top of the mountain. You understand? Because the reason it's a mountain is because to get to the top, you got to do some climbing. You got to go through some things. And in order to be successful in life, that your gift and talent can develop, you're going to be as prosperous based on how much time you put in your craft. Some people put enough in their craft just to get by. Like sometimes people that maybe are training for an athlete, training for football, basketball, baseball, whatever sport it is. And then you see that there are people that are stars of every event. And when you boil down to the people that are stars, those are the people that work harder than anybody else. They up early, improving their craft, and they stay up late so they can make it even better. But most of the people that we deal with now, if a little bit of perseverance come along, they just give it up. They don't have that push forward attitude. They don't have that drive to say, I'm gonna stick it out until I reach my goal. That's the thing we got to understand. That for every successful push, there's going to be a push coming back to keep you from being successful. If it was easy, everybody would have it. If it was something you could buy at the store, it'd be sold out in an instant. But that's not the work. That's not the way it works. We got to understand that we are going to have to persevere in order to achieve our goals, to rise to the top, to be that person that we truly have worked to be, have put in the time, have dealt with the difficulties, but persevered and pushed forward anyway. I remember one time when we were trying out for the football team. Football team was something that I wanted to be on, and I love playing football. It's a fun game. It was a contact sport. There are a lot of exciting things about playing football. Now, at that particular time, I was a little smaller, trying to go out for the team. So every time we got on the football field and somebody hit me or tackled me real hard, it looked like my whole body was shaking. And then we had another coach that said, well, if you're going to be a successful football player, you got to put some muscles on. You're going to have to lift weights. You're going to have to get in better shape. And of course, right away, we said, okay, let's go do it. Now, the first day, we lifted weights. We ran up hills. We did things to strengthen our muscle. And the next morning, my God, I thought we were going to have to call 911 to help me get out of bed. I was just that sore. And I'm laying there saying, if it's going to be pain like this, I don't think I want to play the sport, because this is too hard. Then, after much grumbling and complaining, I decided that I was going to have to persevere. I was going to have to do whatever it took to get in better shape, to be stronger, have more muscles if I want to play football. Because if I wanted to play football, it wasn't no such thing in football that at one point or another, you were going to get hit by people who had been doing the same thing you had to do. They had lifted weights. They had persevered. They had had that drive. They had done the necessary things to be the best at their craft. But I found out that when I kept pushing, kept doing what I was told, lifting the weights, running, getting my body in better condition, all of a sudden the pain I was experiencing became a pain of pleasure, that I looked forward to it. I looked forward to constantly lifting more, doing more. Made up my mind that if it was too big for me to lift, I was going to persevere and I was going to do whatever it took to be stronger, until my pain became a plus rather than a minus. Because I understood that when you push forward for something, when you persevere against all obstacles, your troubles make you better. The forces that are against you make you stronger. They make you tougher. They make you more determined to survive and achieve that goal. What am I saying on this coaching session? We need more people that will stop whining and start working and start pushing forward, not waiting for somebody to do everything for you, because if somebody's doing everything for you, chances are you ain't gonna appreciate it, and you're gonna spend your whole life looking for somebody to do something for you. And that's why we got to learn to push forward, to persevere, to do what it takes. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Tap somebody and say, I'm made for miracles. You know why God allowed things to happen to you? He want to teach you that there are about 5 people got it. He want to teach you that there are. So whatever the devil knock you back with, God said now's the time to show him that he can't keep me there. Y'all ain't talking. Now is the time to let the devil know greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Welcome back. I left off saying how we living in a time that people are wanting someone to do everything for them. They don't want to do anything themselves because they're afraid of having to persevere through some things. Isn't it amazing that people will say, well, there are no jobs for me? And then there are other people that are creating jobs for themselves, that have started successful business from their house or for some idea they had, and they went through all of the agony. They persevered through it till they're successful entrepreneurs now. Now they can do it. Why is it that you can't do it? There are people that have went through severe things, had terrible setbacks, had difficulties they had to deal with, have watched things seemingly blow up in their face and look like all of it was over, but they persevered. And there are others that because of one incident have given up. Just because some friends stopped associating with them, they gave up. Because it was difficult, they gave up. Well, what did you expect if you're not a person that is willing to push forward and persevere in everything and challenge those obstacles and understand they can only make you stronger? Quit grumbling and complaining about the issues in life. Accept them and defeat them. Quit sitting around whining about how much money everybody else got. Get your own. Do it yourself. The Bible said God is no respecter of person. Go for it yourself. Do what you got to do. Accept the challenge. Be ready to push forward, because there are great things in store for you if you understand the power of persevering. If you understand that you got to withstand against all the difficulties that you might face, because you're stronger than that. And you got in your mind, nothing is going to stop you now. You're going to put in the work. You're going to put in the time. You're going to put in the focus, because it belongs to you. And your destiny is up to you. Now, those 3 things I just went over. First of all, nothing is going to happen without you putting in the work. I'm not sorry to tell you, but a lot of people think you can do things and don't put in the work. But some work is going to be a part of it. Work is not a bad thing. Work is a good thing. Because when you work for it, you become more determined. You don't expect somebody to just drop it off into your hand. You know you sacrifice, push forward, and you work for what is rightfully yours. The second thing is you're going to have to put in the time. See, some things are going to take time. And you got to be willing to sacrifice the time for it. There are things in my life, yes, I put in the work, but I understood the work was not enough. I had to put in the time. So people say, what do you mean put in the time? I had to prioritize my time and not spend my time wasted on things that did not benefit me. I used my time to go find out more about my craft and how I could get better and how I could learn about the thing I wanted to achieve. I watched others that were doing it at a level I wanted to do or even greater. So I had to put in the time to do my studying. Time is valuable. And one thing I learned about time is wasted time, you do not get it back. It is gone. And life is precious, but life is also short. And what that means is we don't have no time to waste. We want to enjoy every minute, every second, every hour, every day of the time that we have. And the third thing I talked about is you gotta stay focused. See, focus makes you move all the unnecessary things out of your life. And yes, focus will even kind of separate you from some of the friends you were hanging out with. Not that they're bad people, but you don't have no time to hang out with people and y'all going in two different directions. One direction is going to be decided by somebody, but you might as well have your focus and understand, I got to stay focused on this. You also got to understand, you can't do 20 things at one time. But when you focus on that one thing will give you the ability to enjoy 20 things if you stay focused. You gotta stay focused. That's what coaching is all about. Coaching is teaching you these things. Coaching is helping you to persevere through the obstacles that you are going to face and the distractions that you are going to face. Because these things are important so that you can live the type of life that you want to live. There are routines that are placed in our life to help us understand that we consistently got to do those things if we want to stay on top of our life. Now, I want to encourage you, reach out to me via social media and let me know the things that you are persevering through, the things that you're in the midst of now, but you know you're going to overcome them and you're going to achieve them because it's something you want to do for yourself. Yeah, we appreciate people coming along to help, but I found out this. You can't help a person that's not motivated to help themselves in the first place. Have you spent time talking to people about how they could change their problem and can do better? And yeah, they'll listen to you, but they ain't motivated to do it themselves. They have you talk to them all night, but they have no motivation to do it themselves. They got to have some motivation before any conversation can help. And see, you got to understand those things that you're motivated to do, it's time you get up and do them. So I want you to reach out and say, yes, I'm determined that there are things I'm persevering through right now, but I'm going to break through. I am going to make it. Yes, Bishop, I don't need you to motivate me. I just need you to keep feeding the the engine that is already going. That's the type of person I am. You don't have to motivate me, but you can throw some fuel on the fire. And I'll keep right on going. I'll burn brighter and brighter because I believe that if I do these things, I'm going to have the breakthrough that I desire, and I'm going to accomplish those things that are in front of me. I want to know, are you going to get up and do it? Or are you going to stop waiting around for somebody else to pull you along? That ain't happening. You got to do it for yourself. I had a friend one time, and he used to tell me, you know, man, I really want to exercise. I want to exercise because I want some things in my body to do better. And I think exercising will help. And he said to me, I just need somebody to exercise with me so I can get started exercising. Then I looked at him and said, no, you don't want to exercise. Because if you really want to exercise, you don't need nobody with you to exercise. You go and get out there and do it yourself. And I explained to him, wouldn't it be better that you run in the race and others come run alongside you than you being the one that haven't even started the race because you don't have anybody to race with you? Run your race today. Persevere and do those things. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. Welcome back. Thank God for Action Coaching on this week. Thank God for you tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're watching it on YouTube, and hit the like button if you're watching it on Facebook. We want to hear from you. We want to know whether Action Coaching is being a blessing to you. I certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. We need your financial support because we want to make Action Coaching bigger and better and do more things to help minister and coach you, and you can help us. There's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow unto Action Coaching, and I believe that God is going to richly bless you for the seeds you've sown to Action Coaching. I've often encouraged people that when you sow into vision, God will help people sow into your vision. So help us today on Action Coaching. Once again, go to that link and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. And I believe that God is going to bless you financially because you've taken action on today. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed sharing with you on today. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.